What's up, guys? Thomas Malchow here from trainfully.com. This video is all about swing speed. I'm going to show you one of the fundamental exercises for lower body strength training, the lunge. All right, guys. Now, a lot of people don't realize this, but lunges are a very advanced exercise. In order to do them correctly, you need to have optimum mobility in your ankle, your knee, and your hip, as well as an exceptional amount of stability and coordination in your lower leg and lumbopelvic hip complex. In fact, if we compare lunges to step ups and squats, lunges would be a progression from step ups, and step ups a progression from squats. So the exercises I'm going to show you here in this video are actually pretty far along in our lower body strength training progressions. So if you have difficulty with them, contact me and I'll show you how to regress the exercise and build up to this. All right, guys. So we're starting with a static lunge, and then we're going to work through several progressions. So let's begin with our feet directly under our hips so that our feet, knees, and hips are all in a straight line. Now I'm going to show you how far to step back in a moment. But when you do step back, I want you to make sure that your feet stay hip width apart. The first mistake I see people make is they either step too wide or too narrow, and then it's like they're on a tightrope. Always make sure that your feet are hip width apart. Now, from the side, the second mistake I see is people will often step too far back and they end up really long in their staggered stance. If you end up long like this, you're going to have to arch your low back. Arching your low back is going to start to build and reinforce a compensation pattern we want to keep you away from. I want this back leg, the thigh of your back leg, to be pretty much straight up and down when you're at the bottom of your lunge. Okay. The third mistake I see is when people lunge, they stay too upright or even they lean back a little bit. If you stay too upright with your upper body, you're going to end up with too much weight on this back leg. The purpose of the lunge is to strengthen the front leg. In fact, we can think of the lunge as a squat with a kickstand. This back leg is just here for support. Okay. Now, under perfect conditions, we would keep our lower leg here and our torso parallel when we lunge. Okay. Now it's really difficult for us to tell if we're doing that without a mirror. So if you don't have a mirror, a good way to make sure that you're not leaning back is to actually reach down with the opposite hand and touch your ankle. This is going to cause a little bit of excessive forward lean in your upper body, but it's much better than leaning back. And in fact, if you're just learning, it can really help reinforce the correct recruitment pattern. So hip width apart, step back, make sure you're a good distance with your staggered stance, reach down, touch your ankle, and up. And we'll do 1 to 3 sets of 12 to 20 repetitions. All right, guys, so once you can do 1 to 3 sets of 12 to 20 repetitions of the static lunge, I want you to progress to this, the reverse lunge. Setup is the same. Make sure your feet stay hip width apart. Make sure you step back to the appropriate length. But now you're going to be returning to the original spot. Okay, so you step back, lunge, and up. 1 to 3 sets of 12 to 20 repetitions on each side. All right, guys, so the next progression is the reverse lunge to balance. So now the back leg only touches the ground when you're at the bottom of your lunge. So it looks like this. So this adds in a whole nother level of complexity here. Obviously, a lot more balance and coordination required. 1 to 3 sets of 12 to 20 repetitions per side. All right, now the next progression is a front lunge, which looks like this. Now, what makes this more challenging than the reverse lunge is with the reverse lunge, the leg that's decelerating our body weight, that's the leg we're working, is on the ground the entire time. Whereas with the front lunge, we're building up momentum first and then challenging that leg to decelerate us really quickly. Again, 1 to 3 sets of 12 to 20 repetitions on each side. All right, now the final progression for this video is a front lunge to balance, which looks like this. Now I want you to stabilize at the top here, squeeze the glute, fully extend your knee, show that you have control, and then drop down again. 1 to 3 sets of 12 to 20 repetitions. All right, guys, there you have it, the lunge. Now, as I said earlier, this is a very advanced exercise, but if you progress it correctly, you can get a huge boost in your performance. If you're looking for a golf fitness program that shows you step by step how to progress not only your strength training, but also your flexibility training, you can find it over at trainfully.com. If you progress your exercises correctly, you can not only get a huge boost in performance, but you'll also protect yourself from injuries and increase your longevity. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment down below. Don't forget to hit the like button. And as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.